The sad saga of the Kunz family execution happened in a sleepy village totaling less than 2.5 square miles in north-central Wisconsin. Located about 30 miles from Wausau, the largest city in Marathon County, just over 1,000 people call Athens home, reveling in its small-town atmosphere and close sense of community. This old-fashioned town, however, holds secrets. Secrets of the most vile nature, many of which were ripped open for the world to see on a hot, July 4th night in 1987. A night when 5 members of a family were murdered, all shot in the head with a .22 caliber rifle in their own home. Sometime after the various area fireworks celebrations that evening, somebody walked into the Kunz home, a dilapidated old farmhouse, and murdered siblings Clarence Kunz, 76-year-old, Irene Kunz, 81, Marie Kunz, 72, and a nephew Randy Kunz, 30. Another sibling, and Randy's mother, Helen Kunz, 70, was missing from the home. Suspicion quickly fell on the man who found the family and alerted police in the early morning hours of July 5. Kenneth Kunz, Randy's brother and also Helen's son, lived in a trailer on the property, but not in the home. Police soon figured, however, that Kenneth was most likely not responsible. They needed to find Helen. The community, quite obviously, was shocked by the gruesome murders. Also shocking, was how nobody seemed to know anything about this reclusive family. No friends. No real acquaintances. Nobody seemed to have any answers. Why were 4 elderly siblings all living in the same small house? Also littering the inside of the house was pornography. Lots of pornography. Mail-ordered VHS tapes and magazines were strewn about. Clarence, Marie, and Irene all slept in the living room together. Randy and his mother, Helen, shared another room and a bed. Incest, it seems, was part of the Kunz family dynamic, and $22,000 in cash was found throughout the house, in drawers, boxes, and out in the open right after the horrific incident. The murder investigation turned to a 22-year-old local car thief and all-around troublemaker named Chris Jacobs. Jacobs had purchased some old cars from the Kunzes in the recent past. The police felt they had enough evidence against Jacobs based on a robbery motive and brought the case to trial. The evidence, however, based on tire tracks and shell casings, was purely circumstantial and Jacobs was acquitted on all 5 counts. In a surprise twist in his case, an ex-girlfriend later came forth to say that Jacobs confessed to her of the murders. He was then brought up on new charges. He could not be brought up on murder charges, however, based on double jeopardy. He was therefore brought up on kidnapping charges regarding the alleged abduction of Helen Kunz. For this, Jacobs was convicted and remains in the midst of a 31-year sentence. He maintains his innocence and the Kunz murders are still officially unsolved.